Hello Facebook, how are you? Don't forget you can watch The Tonight Show every day, Monday, Wednesday and Friday on Bay TV, or anytime, right here, whenever you like. You can get in touch with us, as always, by emailing viewers@swanseabay.tv. Now, the question is, if you're watching this online really late at night, are you having trouble sleeping? If you do, and cutting sheep is a nightly ritual for you, then you'd probably jump at the chance of trying anything to drop off nice and early, even watching this show online. Hope that doesn't work just at the moment. Well, there is some news for you coming out of America today, and that doesn't involve any medication from the doc or any herbal remedy from the local store. Instead, this idea is fresh from the pages of a feng shui magazine. The idea is that mirrors could be causing havoc to your sleeping patterns. An expert says that just by covering them may do the trick. Now, if you notice an improvement in the quality of your sleep, then she suggests replacing them permanently with something else, like a large print or a mural or even a few mounted lanterns. Nice that would be too. Now, if you absolutely cannot live without them in your room, then she advises hanging it on a wall which doesn't face the bed. It's got to be worth a go, hasn't it? If you're heading to London very soon, you are probably going to realise that Londoners are going crazy for a new sandwich. They're calling it pie face. Now, some are calling the dish the most northern sandwich ever invented, and they're probably right. It's basically a pie stuffed in a muffin. Now, the pie is sitting on top of chips, and on top of the pie is a layer of mushy peas, and inside the pastry is steak, and next to it all is a great big jug of thick beef gravy. Now, the whole thing cost a staggeringly reasonable £3. Now, in London, you'd expect it to be 3 times that. The muffin would be brioche, probably, and the peas would definitely be enhanced with mint. Bet you're hungry now, aren't you? Need some of that. Now, it's always a fashion nightmare when you turn up somewhere wearing the same outfit as someone else. Worse still if it's a wedding. So just imagine the shame of that, ladies, wearing the same dress as somebody else. For the rest of the occasion, you'd spend your time avoiding the other person, desperately dodging being in the same photographs. But this was the case for 6 different women when they all attended the bride's special day, wearing exactly the same dress, and they weren't even bridesmaids. The dress cost nearly £100 and was Forever New, an Australian clothing line. Sydney resident Debbie posted the hilarious photo on the brand's Facebook page, saying you really should start a bridal registry so that your customers can inquire whether anyone else has purchased one of the dresses for the same event. I wonder, will they actually do it? Don't forget you can like and subscribe. We're going to be here on Facebook whenever you like. Watching The Tonight Show, this is Bay TV. Now, anybody who knows me knows I love my coffee. In fact, I think it's really important wherever you go in life, you need to have a coffee shop really close by. We've come to one in Sketty today. It's no ordinary coffee shop. It's an independent with a very big heart, helping people all across the globe. We've come to the SquarePeg to find out more. So with us we've got Josh. Now, first time I came in here 2.5 years ago, Odd, I thought we have to make a film about this place. It's a special place, this.
Yeah, we love it.
I described it to you when I first walked in. It's a coffee shop with such a big heart, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And people have just really bought into it in the community because they can see where their money's going, and so yeah, we've just seen it grow to new heights every single month. Really, it's been amazing.
Now, people pass this shop all the time. They see the SquarePeg on the road, and they don't realise that this is non-profit.
Yeah. So all of our money goes back to community charities. So for this shop in Sketty, we split our profits to Zach's Place, who are in just off St Helens Road, and they're a homeless organisation, and they do like a soup kitchen, and they do Bible studies, and they provide so much help and refuge, and they're kind of a last resort when a lot of the guys have exhausted a lot of their opportunities, or they've messed up in different ways. You go to Zach's Place, and so there's some really great friends of ours. Sean Stillman, who runs that, and then the other 50% goes to Children of Hope, and there's some friends of ours again from Gosainen, and they set this charity up in Nairobi, where they rescue kids off the street in Nairobi, and they try and find the families and rehabilitate the whole family back into society, so help the parents with a lot of drug and alcohol issues out there, and they just try and save these kids' lives, really. And so they've just rescued their, I think it's 1,200th child since they've been going, so they're doing phenomenal work. Yeah, so they're doing phenomenal work.
And what is so good about this place that you come here, you just have a coffee, a slice of cake, maybe some soup at lunchtime, and just by doing that, you're giving to charity.
Yeah, definitely. Just by buying a coffee.
Yeah.
And it's just all ethical stuff. Like, it's a big thing for us that the whole business aligns in that ethical way. You know, so our like coffee that we're drinking at the moment is like directly sourced to the farmer. So it's a direct trade. So we can see and we know who's growing it, his team and his family, and how they operate. And so we've got that direct relationship. So all our sourcing is like very ethical. We wouldn't just sell like Coca-Cola off the shelves because it's Coca-Cola. So we've got some great like social enterprise like soft drinks, and yeah, try and make that a real strong theme of the shop.
So how did this whole thing start right at the beginning?
It was born really from a guy, Matt, this is my best friend, Matt, and he's the kind of founder of SquarePeg. And he just had this heart for people, community. He's one of the pastors down in Parklands Church, which is in Sketty. He has his heart for community and how can we build community and how can we help some of these charities that our friends are involved with, which can't get funding. And so his heart was to come up with a business that could give back to community, and the coffee shop is one of the best ways to build community. And so he birthed them together and came up with a business model of SquarePeg that we would make money to give it away. And we'd have a focus on loving people in the community, building relationships, and it would be ethical in all of our dealings and completely transparent. And so, so it was birthed from that, and that was about a five-year journey really until this place opened. So it's a long old wait. There was about 10 shops which came up and disappeared and came up, and then he was like, "Is this really what I need to be doing? Is it going to happen?" And then this popped out, and it was like, "Yeah, I think this is it." So.
You're absolutely right. It's like a little community in itself in here, isn't it? And you do all sorts of clubs within that.
Yeah, definitely. So we've got loads of little things which are happening in the cafe. We've got a poetry club which happens on a Monday. We do music nights. We're running an alpha course which is in a week's time, which is for 8 weeks, and that's exploring some of like the Christian faith and the church and what the church is really doing today, because it's got a bit of a stigma of not really doing much and being quite insular. And we're formed and we're birthed out of the church that is very active and that just loves people and loves building community.
So with congregations in the traditional church kind of decreasing, do you think this is almost like a modern day church getting that message across?
Yeah, exactly. This for us is church. This for us is a way of being Jesus, or being the church on the high street and just showing love to people. Building relationships, helping people through some of the storms that we have going on in their lives and catastrophes. I mean, mental health we've seen in this shop just explode, and people coming in with some just horrendous life situations.
So this is the first SquarePeg.
Yeah.
You've just opened your second.
Yes.
Down Mumbles.
Yeah. So that was it all happened so quickly within about a month. So some friends of ours who have the Red Cafe. So they do some great community projects with asylum seekers and refugees, and they've got a dementia choir, which is really cool, and a youth club. And they just had the space downstairs, Red Cafe space, and we said, hey, why don't we put a SquarePeg in it, and we can make money in there to give back to your projects. Because it's an unused space, really. So they agreed, and we sat and chatted about the logistics, and it just all popped up within a space of about a month. And it's going really well. So we run the food bank from a shop now, and people can come pick up parcels or donate food. They can have a coffee at the same time, and it's a really nice partnership. And it's kind of how we want to grow this place.
And the coffee here is very good.
It is lovely coffee. Yeah, we love our coffee. Yeah. So our big thing is that we do everything the best we can, and especially with our coffee. So it's all, as I said, like directly trade sourced. It's the highest level we can possibly buy, so it's specialty coffee, and we got passionate about training and equipping all of our baristas so that they're the highest level they can be. So we're going to be offering what's called SEAE barista training from December, which is like the highest level of barista training that you can get, which is going to be amazing. So it means we can equip our staff and some of the refugees down Peg 2 to have a great qualification. Yeah. It's it's probably the most internationally transferable job skill, making coffee. There's coffee shops everywhere, man. So it's good to be able to offer that. So it's really cool.
Josh, great to speak to you.
Cool, you too, man. Thanks for coming in.
Charis, loving your work. I just want to pick your brain
Yeah.
about the coffee, because the coffee that you do here, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very specialty coffee here. So we have a house on at all times and it never changes, and it comes from Clifton Coffee in
Yeah.
Bristol. So we've always got the El Salvador on, and it's a big hit because it's quite dark and rich and chocolatey. And then we try to change it up with the guest every couple of weeks. So it's always a lighter coffee, a lot fruitier and a lot smoother. So we try to basically make it so that everyone's got the best of two options. You can either go dark and rich or light and fruity. So
And what I love about this place is that you very quickly become a coffee connoisseur almost, don't you, by coming here? And
yeah,
because it's really nice, flavoursome coffee.
yeah, that's it. And I mean, I didn't even drink coffee before I started working here, and then within a couple of months you kind of know the ins and outs of the coffee world, and I was absolutely clueless before I started working here. So yeah, you kind of have to just adapt to a love of coffee, and it's so easy here.
And the food is very good too.
Yeah, the food's great as well. It's nice knowing you're serving a really healthy and locally sourced and high quality food. You know you're giving people the absolute best, and it's absolute value for money then, do you know?
And the bread is even sourced locally as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so the bread's from Gower Heritage Centre in Little Valley Bakery, and then yeah, our meat comes from Pencloud, from Paul the Butcher's. I'm trying to think where everything else comes from. Everything is just within like a couple of feet, really. It's amazing, yeah.
And even the cakes as well. The cakes are more than often than not sourced locally
Yeah,
as well.
so partly our cake smith, and then a lot of them are made by our in-house baker, so she actually works for us.
And people watching here today, people are not rushed. They can
No.
stay here, they enjoy themselves,
Yeah,
do what they need to do,
definitely.
and then move on when they're ready.
Yeah, that's we try to make it everyone feel as welcome as they can here, really, and that's the main thing we do, is that people can come here and talk to us or not talk to us. It's whatever people need it to be, really, which is ideal, I suppose, for a community.
I'm going to put you on the spot now. If you had to sum this place up in just a couple of words, what would you say?
Oh, friendly, warm, welcoming, giving as well, do you know? Like, I think,
In a word, that's it, isn't it?
yeah,
That's
giving. We
perfect.
give so much, just not only to charities, but to the community and to the staff as well. We're all friends, you know? We all have such a laugh here. I mean, don't get me wrong, we work hard, but a lot of the time you'll hear us all like laughing and stuff, because we all just like take the mick out with each other and just have fun. So it's a nice place to work as well, do you know?
Charis, thank you very much. Coffee shop culture is taking over the world. It's great to see one with such a big heart as well. We'll be back very soon on Bay TV with another Tonight Show. Don't forget, you too can get in touch with us by emailing viewers at swanseabay.tv. Enjoy your coffee, and we'll see you soon.